The complete history of the Pringles. When you hear the slogan "Once you pop, you can't stop," Pringles chips comes to mind. It's like once you start eating them, you just can't stop, because they're so tasty and addictive. The Pringles chip was invented in 1968, but it took almost 10 years to develop. Unlike regular potato chips, Pringles only have 40% potatoes. They use a mix of potatoes, wheat flour, starch, vegetable oil, and flavorings to keep their shape, texture, and taste consistent. Some people have questioned this recipe, but many of us still enjoy Pringles as a favorite snack from childhood to today. The folks at Pringles came up with their brand name in a pretty cool way. Legend has it, they just flipped through a phone book and spotted Pringle Drive in Ohio. They thought Pringles sounded awesome, so they went with it. And that's how Pringles got its name. Pringles evolution. In 1956, the Pringles idea is formed. Before Pringles were developed, chips were often seen as being too greasy and too breakable. In 1956, Procter & Gamble set out to find a solution to this so that chip lovers could continue eating chips in a non-greasy and non-breakable way. To craft the perfect chip that wouldn't break and would have proper packaging, Procter & Gamble brought in a chemist, Frederick J. Bauer. In 1965, the early days of Pringles, Bauer started making saddle-shaped chips in 1965, a decade after Procter & Gamble sought his assistance. Although he conceived the chip design, he couldn't make it appealing to consumers. However, he did invent the tube-shaped packaging still used today, which prevented the chips from breaking. In 1968, Procter & Gamble finally began selling Pringles. After Bauer couldn't make a yummy chip recipe, another researcher named Alexander Lipa succeeded. Since Alexander made the chip taste good, his name went on the patent, not Bauer's. In 1968, the chip was ready to sell, and Procter & Gamble started selling it in Indiana after a focused marketing push. Soon after, Pringles became available all over the United States. In 1980s, Pringles began to take off. In the 1980s, Pringles saw a surge in sales thanks to a marketing campaign called Fever for the Flavor of Pringles and a TV commercial featuring Brad Pitt. With this newfound popularity, Pringles decided to update its logo. In 1991, Pringles grows internationally. After becoming popular in the United States, Pringles started selling chips globally. They came up with catchy slogans like "Once you pop, the fun don't stop," and "Once you pop, you can't stop." By 1995, Pringles were available in Europe, Latin America, and Asia. To appeal to these new markets, they introduced unique flavors like prawn cocktail, seaweed, serrano ham, and blueberry. In 2008, Bauer passes away. Although Bauer didn't invent the chip, he designed the Pringles can, shaping the brand's identity. When he died in 2008, his family honored him by burying his ashes in a Pringles can, like the one he created years ago. In 2013, Pringles remains relevant with new hacks. Since Pringles chips were invented almost 47 years ago, people keep discovering new ways to enjoy them. In 2013, the internet went wild with videos showing how to slide all the chips out at once by slipping a piece of paper into the side of the Pringles tube. Another viral video featured a Pringles enthusiast creating a Pringles ring, a standalone ring made entirely of Pringles chips. Roadblocks along the way. Pringles faced two big challenges over the years. The first was in 1975 when competitors said Pringles couldn't be called chips because they weren't made from potatoes. The Food and Drug Administration agreed, so Pringles started calling themselves crisps instead. The second challenge came in 2008 in London when there were similar complaints. This time, though, Procter & Gamble, the company behind Pringles, won the case and could still call them crisps. The meaning of Pringles logo and Pringles logo history. The Pringles logo always looks happy and fun, no matter which version you see. It features a character named Mr. Julius Pringles, who is actually a friendly baker. The logo's design includes hidden meanings, like the face shape resembling a potato chip. Pringles today. Pringles, the chips you love, haven't changed much since you were a kid. They're still the same tasty snack you remember. But behind the scenes, the company has been growing. Back in 2011, Procter & Gamble planned to sell Pringles to Diamond Foods for $2.35 billion. This would have been a big boost for Diamond Foods' snack business, but the deal fell through. Instead, in 2012, Kellogg swooped in and bought Pringles for $2.695 billion. This move helped Kellogg's become one of the top snack brands worldwide. Nowadays, Pringles has factories all over the world. You can find them in Tennessee, Belgium, Malaysia, Poland, and China. They're working hard to make sure everyone can enjoy their delicious chips wherever they are.